I mean, Jeremy, that's an interesting theory. I don't know how accurate that is, though. It seems like you're missing a few details. But Brian, you tell me what you think.
I can't believe you had that preloaded.
He knew what he was going to do.
I don't think you knew what I was going to do. I hadn't told anybody that thing. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Adam from Dork Day Afternoon, the referee from 2 Past Midnight. And tonight we're going to be playing Dragonbane. We're doing character creation tonight, and we are, it's, Jeremy and Brian and I from, our normal shows. And we are accompanied by a couple guests of ours, friends of ours. We have Willow from the RPG Goblin, and we have Steve from, they came from the north.
I did.
Willow, would you like to tell us a little bit about your show, the RPG Goblin?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, first of all, I'm Willow. I talk a lot and I'm obsessed with TTRPGs. So I started a podcast where basically we make exploring tabletop role-playing games fun and easy because everyone pretty much just knows D&D. And I want to introduce people to more games because they're really cool. And I actually had Adam on only one time on my show.
Definitely not twice.
Not
Definitely
twice.
was not deleted one time.
Yeah, nope. And we talked about...
Why would you say that? Why make a point to say that?
Yeah, if you need clarification, I feel like that's a problem.
Just one time.
Just one time. And we talked about Twilight 2000, which was really awesome. So I recommend going to listen to that because it's got Adam in it, and Adam's cool. So
I'm good at pretending.
Yeah.
He's nice until he has to then GM. And
I just role play being nice most of my life. That's what I do.
Exactly.
We also have Steve with us. Steve?
I'm Steve. I was, or until recently, host of a movie-centric podcast called They Came from the North. Lifelong RPG player. I started way too young. Haven't played a serious game in forever. Haunted you guys on Facebook. Adam felt sorry for me and said, Steve, we know you want a game, so come on, let's go. Roll some dice. I said, sure, I'd love to roll dice.
I mean, if anybody knows anything about banishing hauntings, you have to first summon it and then banish it.
Yeah.
It's a 2-step process. It requires both things. You just say, go away. You got to be like, come here. No, go away.
This was the whole ploy.
No, just kidding.
Yes.
Where's my grimoire? Where is it? And for those of us that, for anyone that doesn't know us, I guess not for those of us, I know me. Anyway, for anyone out there that doesn't know us, maybe a little bit. Like I said, I'm the referee from our show 2 Past Midnight. We're playing Twilight 2000, 4th edition by Free League, and yeah, I'm the referee for that, and that's about it. And now for my brother, Jeremiah. This is hard to do when I'm not mirrored.
Wait. No, that doesn't work. I am one of the players on 2 Past Midnight, and I GM a couple other things for Dork Day Afternoon. A little bit of Pathfinder, and we've got some other things coming out, some Into the Odd on the way. Which honestly, I love that game, and it is a lot of fun.
The mechanics are great, but we got up to shenanigans right off the bat.
I don't think you can play Into the Odd and not have shenanigans. That's the thing.
You know how like there's rails and then there's like a derby, like a crash, derby like that.
This is much more Demolition Derby.
Yeah, much more Demolition Derby. Yeah.
But yeah, you can catch me on more Dork Day Afternoon stuff.
And all of that's on our extras feed, our Dork Day extras feed. And next one down, Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm here because Dork Day Afternoon is an equal opportunity employer.
Put him in timeout.
So for the rest of us that are playing tonight, Brian's in timeout for 30 seconds. So if anyone wants to time that, be my guest. It probably won't be accurate because I'm not using the real clock. It's just I'm going to guess it like you do anytime when you're the GM.
Yeah, you measure it with your soul. You know, you like
Yeah,
it's just when it feels right.
It feels like I'm
Yeah.
like one Mississippiing while I'm talking.
Just a little
That's what ADD does for me. One Mississippi. The problem is I keep going back to one Mississippi, one Mississippi, one Mississippi.
Over and over again. So
Right.
he'll probably be in there for infinity, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably a good long while. Anyway, so we're gonna be playing Dragonbane, the new game by Free League. I realized I'm not 100% sure if it's actually out for sale yet. I think I think you can order it from the website, but I'm not sure. Brian's nodding from the green room. Stop nodding from the green room. I'm just kidding.
Get me out of the green room.
Okay. But yeah, so you can order it from the website. It's a really awesome game. Brian and I actually played it at Gen Con this year. That was one of the tickets we were actually able to get, because I was unaware of how early you need to like log in when you're going to Gen Con, by the way, anybody that has never been. You get as soon as they're like, tickets start going on sale at noon Eastern, you better be logging in at 11 or you're not going to be buying tickets till 2. And
not only that, but you also should have bought your ticket, because that matters also, like January 31st when they went on sale.
I don't mean the ticket for Gen Con. I mean the tickets for the individual games.
No, but your number dictated your purchase number dictates where you are in that order also.
But then also after you log in, I bought my ticket real early. Like the day they went on sale, I was like, bam, and I bought them. It wasn't that. It was because I didn't log in till half an hour into it, and I was like sitting there in the waiting room. It's that waiting room logging in late, because what happened was I did that, and then I wanted to modify something and add something, and then it bumped me back in the queue again. Another I was like, no, oh my god! And I'm like on the phone with Jeremy, yelling and screaming, and I'm like, I gotta get off. I gotta figure out what happened. I don't know. But it was fun. But anyway, yeah. So Dragonbane was one of the games we got to play this year, and it was really fun. And decided that it'd be a good one to do for live video and bring in other people. You know, since there was other interest in this game. Yeah. So. So tonight's going to be character creation. I'm leaving it up to y'all how much you want to roll or choose, because the book says roll or choose. I personally think it's more fun if you roll, but that's just
that's what I was planning.
So,
yeah.
Chaos. I want to be surprised with what I play.
Like when it says D12, I think we should roll D20s and just say, throw caution to the wind. Be like, I rolled an 18. I don't know what that means.
We're just gonna end up with like 4 fighters.
It can happen.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I was looking over today.
I am the Duke of Funk.
Like I was looking over today, and I didn't realize that like there's only one class or profession that actually has magic, and that's the mage. So it's like a D10. There's like a 10% chance that anybody has magic at all. So it could be a very magic light party, I guess.
Yeah.
So this party will definitely be magic no matter what we do.
Oh, Brian.
Look at you, the optimist. So Dragonbane is actually based it's the new version, not based off of, it's a new version of an old Scandinavian RPG from the 80s called Drakar och Demoner. And Dragonbane is the first English translation of the game. And I'm not 100% sure how many of the rules have been modified or anything like that, like how much of a new version it is, because I don't read Swedish, I guess. So I'm not sure.
We have to start in some.
I guess I could use Google Translate, I guess, and like just highlight and it'll get me close. It'll get me close. But
maybe just a little confusing.
But yeah, so it's the what was that? What was that, Brian?
Nothing.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, and by the way, this is live, and I'm not going to edit this at all. So any of these weird little bits of us not being that entertaining are just going to be in the show. So please don't bump your mics. All right. Dragonbane is a fantasy setting. Right now, I think the only setting that they actually have for it is called the Misty Vale. I know there are talks to like have other regions, I guess, are going to be coming out soon, but all the adventures that come pre-written in the game kind of take place in that area, right? And we're not going to be doing one of those. So there you go. That's giving you a hint right now. There's a thing in the back of one of the books, the Adventures one that comes in the box set, where it's like roll randomly to make an adventure, and that's what I did. So
I'm so excited.
I'm shocked
and the main reason.
appalled.
The main reason for that, one, I read the ones that were in the book and they're awesome, right? But I don't want to spoil them for anybody out there. So I figured it was better to just do something new and totally different that doesn't spoil any of the other ones and covers the rules. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want a spoiler-free actual play, come to us because we don't know what the hell's going on. So
that's accurate. That's accurate.
It might be a play. We're not sure.
All right. I'm writing that down. That's a t-shirt. You want to spoil a free actual play? We have no idea what we're doing.
No idea what's going on. Watch us and listen.
The new tagline.
Oh man. I wonder. We actually have 4 people watching. I'm kind of curious who's in the chat.
I see Chris from the AARPG and Pink
Hey, Chris.
Fohawk.
Nice. Awesome. That's a great first 2 people.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Man. Hey. Where's that? Oh, there it is.
Yep, my brother's from another mother's.
Yeah. What's up? All right. So we all want to just dive right in, or how much do we want to talk about the setting, or should we just dive right into the role playing game? Because let's talk about the setting a little bit, just a tiny bit. So the basic setting is, and I'm going to kind of do the abridged Adam version, which is yet again, I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's what we're going to do. So the main reason why it was called Drakar Octomanor is it's like dragons and demons, right? And so the whole thing is kind of this yin and yang in their mythology between dragons and demons, and they're like the opposing forces of nature, right? Like dragons are supposed to represent like law and order and good of that, other game with a, alignment kind of thing. Whereas demons obviously represent the other side, like chaos and disorder and death and all of that. And the whole idea of the mythology within this is that everything in the world was made by the conflict between those 2 forces, which is kind of a really cool idea. So like whenever one starts to, get a little bit stronger, the other one pulls the other way, and it kind of like keeps everything in balance. Yeah. So that's the abridged version. It's a little bit more in depth in some other stuff in there, but that's about as far as I'm going to go right now. So
well, people will just have to buy it to learn more. So
yeah, definitely. It's really cool. Yeah.
Just get the game.
Yes, buy the game because it's freaking awesome.
And it's free league. Free league's great.
That had nothing to do with
it makes amazing stuff.
They do. They really do. I've yet to see one of their games where I was like, well, this one's no good, but I haven't seen one yet. Challenge.
Yeah, really, make a bad game.
One. Do
That's
it.
the worst possible challenge.
Hey, guess who else is in there? My mom. Jeremy's in my mom's in the chat.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
And Brian's adopted mom.
It's the only one I've got.
Oh, Brian, why'd you take it that way, dude?
God, put him in timeout again.
I thought it was funny.
5th time?
All right. So we'll bring Brian back in when it's his turn. All right. So what we're going to do is start off with character creation. So the basics of character creation is there's a lot of dice rolling to figure out what your character is. And one of the first ones you roll for is kin, because much like real life, you have absolutely no choice in what, your background is. You're just born into what you are. So everyone's going to have to roll a d12 to decide to find out what kind of kin they are. So let's start at the top on the left with Willow, and we'll work our way around clockwise.
Hell yeah.
It seems like a rational way to do it.
I think that is completely fair. I am human. I got a 3.
There.
I am an elf.
Woo.
At least we're not all ducks, I guess. Mallards,
I was eyeballing the duck. I was kind of like,
Yeah, the duck's really cool.
I mean, no one says you can't just wear a duck-billed mask and pretend like you're a mallard. You know,
that is true.
Only one person has the timeout button, and that's me. So
yeah, if it isn't obvious to everybody else, it's definitely not me.
Brian used to have that ability, but he got confused, and I had to take it away. So,
is this the point where mom tells her sons to stop picking on Brian?
Normally,
not far off.
Yes.
All right, Brian, you're the next
4.
up. 4. That is also human.
There we go.
Jeremy.
I also rolled a 3, so I am also a human.
Wow, humans and elves. Okay, humans and an elf.
Fun. A single elf.
All right. So it's got languages, but I don't think we're going to dive too far into that. So we'll worry about that in between. All right. So first of all, for you humans, all 3 of y'all, since that's the next page, we're going to do this. I don't know if you want to roll for your name or you want to, decide what your human's name is. You can do that later if you'd rather, but if you want to roll for it, we can do it now. Willow, do you want to roll for your name or do you want to pick it later?
I think I'm going to pick it.
Okay. Jeremy?
I rolled a 6, so I'm Lothar.
Okay.
Lothar.
Oh.
Very nice.
Brian?
Brian is Wilson Phillips.
I was like,
Steve, did you want to roll for your name or do you want to pick it later?
I am Galvander.
Galvander on the elf chart. All right. So for anyone that doesn't know, each one of the kin also comes with like a special ability. The way that those work, much like the magic, is you have to spend willpower points to use your special abilities. For humans, it's called adaptive, and that means you can use a different skill to roll for a skill that's, like, for example, if you're, I don't know, it's something that's a knowledge about a certain topic, for example, and like you don't have anything in that. You could use adaptive, spend 3 willpower points, and pick a totally different knowledge skill or a totally different skill. You just have to justify why they're using it in that circumstance. And then it says the GM has the final word, but should be lenient. And I'm going to emphasize should as the operative word in that sentence. So
we know
that means Steve and Willow can get away with it. I cannot.
Accurate.
We get special treatment.
And then that's what guests.
No,
guests. I mean, it's like Greek, culture, man. The guests are supposed to be treated well. If you live in the house, then you should go do some work, man. Come on, dude. And the elves, their special ability is called Inner Peace. As an elf, you can meditate deeply during a stretch rest. You heal an additional D6 hit points, an extra D6 willpower points, and can recover from an additional condition. You are completely unresponsive during your meditation and cannot be awakened. So that's pretty cool. But that's the elf one. But yeah, so now that we all have our special abilities, the next thing, man, this is going really, really fast, by the way.
Is it? We're only at step 3 out of 13.
I should be muting my mic while I scoot to my chair, but I was not. Sorry. I dropped my cap.
Maybe you should be a timeout.
All right, Brian, you're in charge.
All right. Roll something else.
Whatever
It's
the
D10.
next step is.
D10.
D10 for profession.
Yep.
Okay, we'll keep this ball rolling. Threaten me with a good time. Willow, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Host in the chat. Good luck.
I got a 9 for a scholar.
Oh, nice.
See, I kept it moving.
I did it all without you.
No, keep it up, Brian.
I got my big boy pants on today, Adam.
I get a 10 for a thief.
Ooh.
High rolls.
All right, it's me. Ooh, 8. Merchant.
All right.
Well, now you have to get a 7, or else it's going to be not matching.
I wanted a 7.
I got a 3.
No.
Ooh. Oh, God.
I joked about the factor. I got a 3. All right, I'm a fighter, human fighter.
Oh, you're a human fighter.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I dig it.
I mean, human fighters can be interesting.
Did everybody roll?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that whole bit. So what did we end up with? Sorry, scholar, I think, and what? Who was what?
I'm scholar.
Right, scholar, thief,
Brian.
merchant,
and
Jeremy's
the fighter. Yep. Human fighter. I am playing a pre-gen. Yep. I have it listed down. I'm not actually calling out the correct roles.
I mean, there is a pre-gen for that, so
I'm kidding. No.
All right. So now that we have the professions down, each one of the professions has like their own, special abilities and comes with their own gear. So alphabetically, we're gonna go to the first one, which would be fighter, actually. So Jeremy, would you like to roll a d6 for your gear?
4.
You have a short sword, a hand axe, a short spear, a light crossbow, a quiver, leather armor, a torch, flint and tinder, d6 rations, so you can roll another d6, and d6 silver. Did you hear all that, or should I read it again?
Is there a location in the book where I can find this information?
Yeah, on the fighter page.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on the bottom of the fighter page. No, yeah, it's page
14.
16.
No,
16.
Yeah, 16.
16.
Oh, I got it. Yep. I was looking at the table. I'm a dummy.
Yeah. And the other thing you need to know is the key attribute for the fighter's strength. That's going to be important later, so keep track of that.
Gotcha.
Your skills, you're going to need to know which ones are your like class skills, not class skills. There's another name for it. I just don't remember what it is.
Profession skills?
The ones my profession gives me?
Yeah, there's a name for it later on. I don't remember what it is. When we get to that section, I'll be like, that's the thing. But you also get
train skills?
Yeah, I think train skills. Yeah, that's it. And then heroic ability, which is veteran. So we'll get to that later on what exactly that is. Unless you want to flip ahead and tell us what that means.
No.
Let's do that now. Do it now. Flip ahead.
Dang it.
Flip ahead. Quickly.
We're
on
do
time
it quickly.
crunch. Dead air.
You're on a time crunch. I think those are in the index, actually.
It's in like the next section.
Page 26.
Do. See, there you go. See, Steve's helping. Steve's on the ball. Jeremy, you're fired. Steve, you're hired.
Okay.
Wow, I really thought that would be me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I got it. All right.
It's totally not going the way I planned.
Page 39. Activating this ability at the start of a combat round allows you to retain your initiative card from the previous round instead of drawing a new one. Doing so does not count as an action. For more information on combat and initiative, see Chapter 4.
That's actually really cool, and one of the members in our party at Gen Con actually used that. They got the 1 on like the initiative draw and just got to keep it for like the rest of the combat, because every round you actually draw new initiative cards, so the order constantly shifts within combat, which is amazing, and I love it when combat's structured that way. I like chaos. All right, so next is probably going to be the merchant in alphabetical order. So make a note that none of you have magic. So merchant, right. Who's the merchant again? Brian, right?
I am the merchant. Yes.
All right, of
Venice.
Merchant of
Venice.
Death, life.
Chaos merchant.
That might be
I rolled a 3, so I get the knife, sleeping pelt, lantern, lamp oil, flint, and tinder, field kitchen. Ooh, I get a donkey. A cart, D6 food, rations, and D12 silver. So I get 1 food ration and 2 silver.
Perfect.
Yeah, and silver doesn't go super far, but
well, especially not when you get 2.
Yeah, 2 pieces of silver.
You could
now
you can put them over your donkey's eyes when I inevitably kill it. Oh shit! My mic wasn't muted for that one.
You stay away from a donkey.
Wait.
There's 2 pieces of silver to pay the devil on your way to hell.
Take that, donkey. Got to re-roll. Maybe I can get an ogre in this one. All right, so Scholar.
Wait, do I get to pick a nickname?
Sure. Why not? Do you get to pick one, or are you going to roll it?
No, I'm going to pick one.
Okay.
His nickname is Juan Morday.
Oh God.
All right. So next up is going to be our Scholar, which I believe is Willow. Willow's the Scholar.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let me roll. Ooh, 6. Short sword, bandages, sleeping poison, 1 dose, sleeping pelt, lantern, lamp oil, flint, and tinder, D6 food rations, and D10 silver.
Ooh.
Wow.
2 rations, and oh god, where's my 10? And 7 silver.
That's a lot more donkeys. And one of them can only have 1 eye. That's great. That's like I was walking down the road, and anyway, sorry.
One-eyed donkey.
No, it's a children's book. Never mind. Someone out there gets it. All right, and then next we're up at the thief.
I am the better merchant.
I have 2 daggers, marbles, rope, a torch, flint and tinder, D6 food rations, so 6 rations.
Ooh.
And D10
Someone's
silver.
Prepared.
These dice are fire tonight. 7 silver.
Wow. Even
Marbles
more
is
donkeys.
how you get a cleric.
That's what I damn it.
We're just gonna buy a cleric, or
One of us is gonna get marbles poured down their throat.
That's what creates clerics.
oh man.
I mean,
Oh geez. All right. So next, we're gonna roll for age. So we get to find out how old your characters are.
Very exciting.
So we'll start with Steve this time. We're gonna rotate it around like chaos.
Chaos and destruction.
Young.
Young.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, we didn't even cover the skills of those other classes. I think we did that with Jeremy's, but we didn't do it with anybody else's.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back. Let's do that. I'm sorry. We should have done that first. Merchant. All the way back at merchant. Your key attribute, Brian, is charisma, which I'm sure you've already looked up by now. Your skills would be awareness, bartering, bluffing, evade, knives. Evading knives? Oh no, comma. I'm sorry. Evade, comma, knives. Persuasion.
I'm really good at evading just knives.
Just knives, nothing else. Oh, my one weakness, anything but a knife.
Instead of real special skills.
Overly specialized skills. Oh man. Sleight of hand and spot hidden. Those are your skills, and your heroic ability is called Treasure Hunter. You want to read that up and tell us what Treasure Hunter is, Brian?
Skills.
Heroic abilities is what you're looking for.
Oh no, I'm getting there.
It's probably page 30 something.
It is. Is it 39?
It's probably 30 before that.
Something.
If it's Treasure Hunters, it might be 39. Yeah.
It is 39.
Oh wow, there you go.
Okay, yeah, Steve, you're hired. That was fast.
You're not prepared?
Requirement, bartering 12, willpower points 3. At a crossroads of some kind, you can activate this ability to learn the direction of the greatest treasures.
There you go.
I smell gold in this direction.
All right, so next was going to be the Scholar. So Scholar's key attribute is going to be intelligence. Your skills are awareness, beast lore, bushcraft, evade, healing. So you can evade being healed. That's useful.
Yay. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Languages, myths, and... Get away. I hate doctors. Leave me alone. Yeah, myths and legends and spot hidden. And then your special heroic ability is intuition.
Yeah, intuition. When faced with a difficult decision, you can activate this ability to ask a question directly to the GM and receive a helpful answer. So you have to be nice. The answer represents your vast general knowledge and should only aid your decision making, not reveal everything there is to know.
Guarantee it's going to be like a monkey's paw situation.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me. What page is this on? I want to see the part where it says I have to be nice.
No, because she's a guest. You have to be nice because she's a guest.
Yeah. I may have added in that part.
I didn't get that part.
I don't see that in the ability anywhere at all. Anywhere.
Harder.
It's in the fine print. It's in the fine print.
All right. I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe you need like some reading glasses or something.
I've got bifocals. They're built into these things.
Don't worry, Willow. We'll bring it up with the Union Steward.
That's Kyle. He's not around for this.
I'll get him here. Don't worry.
All right. Steve, we didn't do your thief yet, I guess. So let's cover that one. Go ahead. I'm sure you're more prepared than I am. I'm still scrolling to the
page. My key Steve, you're hired. Is agility. My skills include acrobatics, awareness, bluff, evade, sleight of hand, sneaking, spot hidden, and knives.
I see you took knives out from behind evade so that you didn't also have evade knives. But, it was a clever twist.
I mean, evading knives is important. Yeah.
I mean, I think he ended up evading sleight of hand, which is also useful.
Ooh,
like if someone tries to steal your wallet, you could be like, oh,
Hang on now. Get your hand out of there.
All right. So what is the?
I will give you 10 minutes to get your hand out of my pocket.
Weirdly specific amount of time.
And why is it such a long time frame?
I think they technically are trifocals, by the way. They actually do. They have like the top one that's for real far away, the middle one that's like for medium range, which is actually where the screen's at, and then this one for stuff that's right here because it just gets blurry.
There's a book, there's a play, and there's our new Centurion.
Yep.
Perfect for every scenario.
What? The sad thing is the whole thing came up because I went to an eye appointment, right? And I was like, yeah, it's like if I look at my phone for too long, right? And I look up at the screen, like I start seeing double, like not like double, but just like an extra layer. And they're like, yeah, you need bifocals. So I was like, oh.
you failed the now.
It's like your eyes are getting tired, and they might as well have been like you're old and you'll be dead soon.
Yeah. See, this is why I
how
always
I
have
took that.
anxiety when we get to the now test. Like, hey, tell us when B gets over A. Now! No, then, no, now! Because that's how you end up with those kind of glasses.
No, back. What we're watching is now. I want to go back to then.
What happened to then? We passed it. When?
What's
Never
a gurgling
show this
sound?
to anybody.
This is Mr. Coffee. Anyway, jeez. All right. So Steve rolled for age. That's the only one who has rolled for age so far. He rolled young, which is not bifocal age.
Not yet. I'm getting there, but not yet.
Not yet. Wait, am I the oldest one here? Dang it. All right.
I just turned 46. So, you know.
You got me
The
beat.
only
Yes.
It's you.
Not by a lot, though. Not by a lot. It's close. It's close. All right. So young is going to get. They get 6 plus 2 trained skills. You get 6 trained skills normally to start with. Skills must be selected from your profession. The rest can be chosen freely. So that was kind of what those profession ones were about. The younger you are, the fewer skills you get. The older you are, the more skills you get. But the older you get, your stats, your vision, whatnot, gets a little bit worse. Your knees get bad. Your back starts to hurt. You injure your neck when you sit up too quickly. Things like that. All right. Yeah. So
You pee
next,
when you sneeze. Oh, that's just me. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
At least on here.
oh man. All right. So next we're gonna do. I'm gonna roll randomly for who's rolling next because that's fun. 6. Brian, roll for your age.
All right. Brian is 4.
Adult.
Debatable.
Age
It says
only.
adult, not mature.
There's a difference.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah. Age and wisdom are 2 totally different things. They don't necessarily go together. So trained skills, you'll get the 6 as usual, and you'll get 4 additional ones. So that basically means so the way that works is every skill has an attribute that's associated with it, right? And so if it's not trained, you just don't have anything in it, right? But I'm pretty sure this is right. And if I'm wrong, someone else read it better, Steve, let me know. But I'm fairly certain if you don't put a trained rank in it, you just don't get anything in it. Whereas if you are trained in it, it's going to be based off the base percentage or whatever it's called, based upon that attribute that's associated with it. Is kind of where it starts.
Base chance.
Base chance.
question.
That's what it's called.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
If the number of trained skills that you get exceeds the number from your profession, can you just arbitrarily pick any? Is it up to you to decide, or how does that work?
Well, the 6 are from your profession skills, and then anything extra, you can just pick whatever you want.
Yeah, that was the asterisk I read. The next thing to go after your vision is going to be your memory. So,
Oh, no. See, the problem is I just don't pay attention.
or your hearing.
What?
What?
Hold on, let me turn my headphones up. Hold on.
All right. So wait. So
Even on the ADD.
who else rolled? Who hasn't rolled yet?
I haven't rolled.
And Jeremy hasn't rolled. Okay. Jeez, man, I got totally lost there. All right. So next is going to be Willow.
Woo. All right. Let's roll. I'm old. Perfect.
So as old, like I said, you get bifocals and
All right, awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll make sure to write that down. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You-
And you pee when you sneeze. Write that down. It's in the book.
Yep.
It's on page 11. Oh man. All right. Jesus. Off the rails. All right.
Way off the rails.
Hey, we actually have somebody watching on Twitch. Nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, there previously.
Oh yeah.
I switched over from Twitch.
Was Twitch?
He was alone over there.
Was Twitch working, or was it not? Or just no one else was there? Yeah. We haven't really been using it ever, so I just, I want to kind of get it started as a thing, or at least have it exist. So we'll see.
He was just there by himself.
All by myself.
So lonely.
All right, yeah. So old gets 6 trained skills plus 6 additional skills, and your strength, agility, and con all take a -2, but your intelligence and wisdom gets a +1.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I think that's a fair trade. Yeah.
Yeah. That's perfect for a scholar, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
I'm an old
that works
scholar.
out really well. Yeah.
Very...
That actually is perfect.
I've trained
the fighter
and learned
carries
so
her
much in
weights
my
around.
days.
So a young merchant, right? Young merchant,
Adult
merchant, a young fighter, right?
Young.
No.
Young
thief, and then whatever Jeremiah ends up rolling. Jeremiah.
I rolled
You
a
already
4.
rolled.
I'm an adult.
No, you're not.
Adult.
Look at this
Even -1, you're actually young. Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm not a part of your system.
All right. Yeah, so as an adult you get 6 trained skills, 4, +4, and your attributes are just the same. So
Yay.
Yep. And like as Chris says, you just might have some regrets. So there you go.
I do have some regrets.
One of them is agreeing to do video.
One of them is agreeing to do video. I would like to point out I am the most generic character you can possibly have. Human adult fighter.
I know, it's perfect.
And what's funny is you are the one to embrace chaos more than anybody, and it has led you down the vanilla path.
I'm actually really
We're not
excited.
done yet, though.
I'm really excited to play a fighter, though. Like, I normally play the weird, obscure shit, and now I'm excited to just slash stuff.
Yeah, classic fighter.
Also, funny story.
Oh God!
When I was talking with Jeremy about this game, he specifically said he'd been researching magic just in case he ended up with a mage. He wanted to know how the magic rules work. So, Jeremy, do you have a pretty good idea on how the magic rules work?
No, I said I wanted to research how the magic worked, and I have no idea.
Well, now you don't have to know. It's fine.
I don't have to. It's fine.
Yeah, no one needs to know how magic works. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's like magnets.
Gosh, Adam, I've been kind of busy.
I'm an adult.
I've got adult responsibilities. Oh man. Oh shit. All right, so I'm pretty sure the next thing we have to roll for, we got names. Did y'all roll for nicknames? Anyone? Did everybody get their nickname? I don't know if everybody did.
I rolled for my name. We rolled names before.
Yeah, nicknames.
Yeah.
Nicknames.
Oh, nicknames.
Yeah. Brian rolled his, or picked his, which was
Juan Morday.
There you go, Juan Morday.
I'll roll
And-
just for fun.
He just wants to be held. You gotta hold on Juan Morday.
Oh my God. Oh, because Wilson Phillips. Jesus, why did it take me so long?
He's gone now.
You just now got that?
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
All right.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Brian rolled for his. Jeremy, did you roll for your nickname? Fighter?
I just
Go ahead.
rolled. It is Cold Steel.
There you go.
Perfect.
Steve?
I am
Nickname?
Black Rat.
Black Rat. That's a good name for a thief. And
That is
our
a very good
scholar.
name. The Plump and Learned.
I love Free League's tables. They're so funny. I didn't even read it. And I was like, what? What is it? Clear mind, dust lung, far
Also,
sight.
I feel like
the
I
le-
want my name to be Tim.
Deal.
Yes.
It says choose or roll. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to go with Tim, I'm fine with Tim. Like that's okay.
We'll go with Tim.
Yeah, I would too.
Wait, is that the
'cause
nickname? The character's nickname or real name?
No, real name. Yeah. Tim,
Real name
the
Tim?
plump and learned.
Learned.
The
Some people
plumped-
call me Tim.
The plumped and learned is why I threw my smart skill in the trash.
By the way, we are only allotted 2 Monty Python jokes per session, so that was 1 just now. We only got 1 more, so that's
We've
the
only
rules.
used 1 so far.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
feel like we've gone quite far without another.
No, because the other ones were Spaceballs. All right, so
And you can have a limited amount of those.
totally different. Totally different. Not the same. All right, so attributes. That's the next thing we're on. So we would roll 4d6 per attribute. You actually can put them where you want them. Ideally, you should probably put your best one, whatever it is, in your key attribute. Ideally. So, but you roll 4d6 and you drop the lowest one, and then assign them to wherever you want to do that. So you can all do that while I do some elevator music.
Oh,
Quick question. Where am I missing these in the character sheet somewhere?
What are you talking about?
Attributes.
They're the ones right up underneath your name. It's the straight
As in-
across. The
Thank
It's those
you, sir.
blocks
Yeah.
that like take up a huge chunk of the character.
Yeah, it's actually the big dragon decoration
Yeah.
right up at the top. It's huge.
Only they made it very visible.
I know. It's buried in the page somewhere.
Yeah, let me actually see if I can pull that up so I
Also,
can show
just want
people
to
at
say
home.
that the Vason dice from Free League are really very cool. Those are what I'm using today.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them dice rolling. This is like the best radio ever, by the way.
I know,
Oh,
right?
that's why it shouldn't be radio.
So everybody in the chat, if this were a podcast, we totally would truncate this part out. But we're not going to do this as audio only. At least that's not the intent. But if we do, it'll get truncated to a much shorter section. Using live dice. Somehow we conned Steve into it.
Oh, I like this one. This is bad.
Embrace the bad.
Yeah, well, it's chaos.
I can't wait to bring down like almost all my skills by 2.
There's those attribute blocks that Jeremy was unable to find, by the way.
Couldn't find them. For the life of me, couldn't find
Anyone's curious
but the
where they're
sheet
at, they're
looks so
directly
good.
underneath the name
the sheet.
of your
doesn't.
character.
Yeah. My sheet doesn't look like that.
Oh, are
What
you
does your
using
sheet
Roll
look like?
21?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that one's structured a little bit differently.
it's similar but slightly different.
Yep.
Oh, you guys messed up letting me use live dice. I've got
Are you
Emmett's
dropping?
dice over here. Yeah. Dropping
You're
the
dropping
last
the lowest one?
Yep. Lowest thing I rolled was a 12.
Wow.
I got to
Emmett's
figure out.
machi- I got Emmett's machine gunner dice right here, guys. They don't
All right,
roll
so-
low.
So curious,
They chew up ammo.
what is everyone's 6 rolls, at least? I'm just curious what the 6 rolls were. Let's start with Steve.
I have a 16, a 14, a 16, a 15, a 12, and a 6.
Ooh.
The 6 is going to be fun wherever it goes.
Yeah. I thought I was doing great.
And then the 6 was the last one. And you're like, no.
It was. Yeah, it actually was. A 2, 2, 1, and 1.
Willow, what'd you end up
Or no,
with?
2, 2, 2, and 1. Sorry.
I got a 9, 15, 14, 12, 13, 16.
That's
so
about
like,
right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. And then 3 of those are going down by 2, but it's fine.
Jeremiah?
I got an 18, a 15, a 12, a 5, a 12, and a 13.
So where are you putting that 5? Well, we'll
Intelligence. Duh.
Intelligence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm human fighter. Intelligence.
Perfect.
We love getting low rolls.
Wait, Brian, were you rolling those dice with your mouth? Chris wants to know.
Always.
Just loading
Brian,
it
what did
out
you
of-
roll?
I'm the reason they have the warning label on the box about the choking on these things.
He's like our Kenny. He just keeps dying from choking on dice.
We tried to get him the really big ones, but he refuses to use those because they don't fit in his mouth.
They don't taste right.
Brian, what did you roll?
I got a 12, a 13, a 15, a 14, a 14, and a 15.
That's
Oh
not as
my
crazy as you think it. That's all like for 46. That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
Hey, that's my Emmett dice, right? Right where they need to be
That's
when
kind
they
of
need
middle
to
of
be
the
there.
road. That's kind of middle of the road for 46 -1, or drop the lowest. All right. So the 6 attributes in this game are strength, constitution, agility, intelligence, willpower, and charisma. Those should all sound pretty familiar.
Mhm.
Nothing off the wall there. Derived rating. So based on your attributes, you have a number of derived ratings that are used in various ways. For example, your movement, that's actually just going to be, it is your kin and then modified by your agility. What does that mean? Sorry, hold on. Hold up. Is it based on kin, then modified by your agility?
So each kin has its own movement rating,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
And then you
And
just
then I think
add.
you add or subtract based on your agility score.
I don't
where,
think you
pray
subtract
tell,
at all.
is the
I think it's. Oh no, you're right. It's underneath. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. So you're right. Humans start off with 10, and then depending on your agility, it's either going to be +4 or minus. Like up to +4 for an 18 or -4 for a 1 to 6 in agility. So have you all like placed your stats where they're going?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's start with the scholar then, because now I'm curious. Scholar, what are your stats down?
Yeah, my stats are 7 in strength, 12 in con, 10 in agility, 17 in intelligence, 16 in will, and
Ooh.
13 in charisma.
That's about right. Steve, the thief? Not Steve the thief.
Still
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm still working on it.
Your new title.
Jeremy.
human fighter, 18 strength, of course.
Yep.
15 con,
Mm-hmm.
12 agility, 5 intelligence, 12 will, and 13 charisma.
Okay.
Solid.
Brian, are you there? Did you drop out?
Nope, there.
Okay. You just turned off your camera for a second?
That's right, I did.
Oh.
If you think what I do on camera is bad. No.
Terrifying.
Oh dear.
Anyhow, strength 12,
Mhm.
con is 13, agility 15, intelligence 14, willpower 14, and charisma 15.
All right. All right. So those of you that are human, everyone that's human is going to start off with 10, and then depending on what your agility is, does anyone have less than a 10 in agility, or 10 or less?
I have
Okay.
10.
10. Okay, so that's 0. So your movement's just going to be 10.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's in
Jeremy.
the same table. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it. I have a 12 agility, so there's no bonus there. It's just the base human.
Right. So
Got
10. That's
Fine, how they do
10 meters.
Gotcha.
No, is it 10 meters or 10?
Meters.
It's
How many meters
metric.
you can run around it?
No, I know. Well, what I'm trying to remember is if it's 10 meters or 10 squares you can move. And I think it's just 10.
No.
I think it's 10 meters,
says-
which means 5 squares.
This rating determines how many meters you can run in a round of combat.
Oh, yeah. And wait, how many meters you can run? Because each square in the combat ones that they have are 2 by 2 meter. So
Right.
Okay, so 5 squares.
5.
5 squares. Yeah.
Deal.
That's what it'll end up being.
Cool.
Reading ahead. Brian.
So
Where are
I'm
you
a
at?
15. Right? Yeah, agility 15.
Kyle. Hey, your union steward's in the chat, by the way. He's complaining about metric system.
I told you I would get him here, so don't worry, Willow. You will get special treatment. I got the union steward on the line.
I can boot him out of the chat, too. Jeremy, get the Pinkertons.
No, we won't go.
All right. So anyway, Brian, what did you end up with?
Agility of 15.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a +2 on top of your already 10 humans, so 12. So that'll be 6 squares of 2x2 meters. Steve, have you figured out where you're putting your stats yet?
I did. So my agility is 16, and I think I get a +1 because I'm young, so that goes to a 17.
Oh my goodness. Yep. That's right.
You are going to be
so that
very
means you have a +4 and you're an elf, so you start with 10, so that's 14 meters. So that would be 7 2x2 squares. So that's
speedy.
Yeah. Yep.
Swift.
Very.
Swifty.
All right. So let's see. Also, your bonus damage is going to be affected by this, depending on like what the stat is, if it's strength or agility based type of weapon. Mm-hmm. So we'll worry about that more later. Okay. But so you'll get a bonus plus D4 if it's 13 to 16, or a bonus D6 if it's 17 or higher. Jeremy, for your strength based attacks. So if it's an agile based attack, like I guess rapiers and maybe bows and stuff, I don't know. We'll have to get into that in between now and when we actually go into a combat, because I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I mean, it could. We could do a battle royale and then just like call it a night. Have everybody fight each other.
Me.
I'm pretty confident of that. I've got.
All right, so. The other thing, the hit points. This rating determines how much damage you can take. Your maximum number of hit points is equal to your con. So whatever that is. It can be increased by the heroic ability Robust, which nobody has. I don't think so. And yeah.
So 12.
And then your willpower are points that you use for magic or for those abilities, those special abilities or whatever. That's your maximum number of willpower is equal to your will. So same kind of idea.
Very nice.
Hey, Trey's also on, Jeremy.
Now my question is I believe with the human you got 3 willpower. Does that go along with the willpower as far as willpower points?
What? What are you talking about? You mean like from
ability
your
adaptive?
10?
You get willpower. Yeah.
No.
To use the ability.
No. That's how many willpower points you spend to do that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It costs you 3 willpower points to do it.
Fantastic. I get it now.
Yep. Yeah, you didn't have to do spells at. So that's the other story. Real quick side story. So we got all the way to Gen Con, right, to do Dragonbane, and it was like 9:00 in the morning, wasn't it? The game, Brian. We did Dragonbane. Yeah, so we get there. We parked like on the other side of the stadium, right? So we get to Gen Con, go in the door, and I go, oh shit, my tickets are back in the car. I had to like run like 1.5 miles to go get my tickets and 1.5 miles back. It doesn't sound that bad, but I have not run much in a very long time, and I am not in good shape. And by the time I got back, I was like drenched with sweat, and Brian's like, here's your mage, and I'm like, I don't know how to play this. So
then you should have been here.
The mage has the key ability trait, like the key ability intelligence, not me. It's like
that's what happens when you get old. You start to forget things.
Yeah.
And then they give you special glasses.
Yep. Well, I put it in this case that I had all this other stuff in, but then it was heavy and it was hurting my back. So this all goes back to me being old. And I was like, I don't need to carry this with me. It's too heavy in my backpack. I'm going to lighten the load. And then we get there and I'm like, oh shit, it's in that case that I just left in the car, and then had to run back and go get it. Long story short.
It's like being old.
Yes.
Taking notes.
What? All right. So we did
Pee
hit
when
points.
you sneeze. No.
All right. So
Yeah, bifocals, pee when you sneeze, bad back. We're getting there.
bad back. It's not even so much bad back. It's just like your back starts to hurt because, like it's like I stood up too fast. And it's not like you do anything weird. It's like, what? It's this. Ow, my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
And
worn
then
down.
your shoulder's out for like a week. All right. So skills represent knowledge and abilities you've acquired during or prior to your life as an adventurer. They are important as they determine how effectively you can perform certain actions in the game. There are 30 core skills in the base game, and they're all described in detail in the next chapter. Your skills are measured by skill level on a scale from 1 to 18. The higher, the better. And what that means is the way that skill checks work in this is you roll a d20, and if you roll your skill or under, it's a success. So that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty
love
straightforward.
Love roll under systems. Very
Yeah.
fun.
So somewhere you're supposed to mark what your base chance is for each one of them. So if it's like a 1 to 5, your base chance is 3. 6 to 8, it'd be 4. 9 to 12, it'd be 5. 13 to 15, it'd be 6. And 16 to 18 would be 7. I don't think we need to allocate skill points right now, like which skills you get. But that was the number we rolled earlier. If y'all want to wait till like next time and like kind of do it in the interim, I'm okay with that because that seems yet again like terrible radio.
It's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute to digest all of that, anyways, to figure out, and that'll probably take too long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have the ones you can pick from your normal 6, and they're basically the ones from your class, right? And then they will get whatever your base chance is. Yeah.
Right. So I have 10 times to get that wrong.
Yeah, so in addition to the base chances, you start out with a number of trained skills, 8, 10, or 12, depending on your age. At the start of the game, your level in a trained skill is equal to twice the base chance. So, for example, Jeremy, if you have one that's strength-based, yours is an 18, so that would, twice your base chance would make it a 14 for the starting.
Okay.
Which is good.
For your trained skills. So...
Gotcha.
Yep. Those listed by, and those are the ones listed by your profession. The rest, 2, 4, or 6, depending on your age, are chosen freely, and you can increase your skill levels during the game. And then any secondary skills you don't start off with, that's a whole other thing. And they said that maybe later on they'll modify that in the supplements. That's the next little bit right there.
Oh, fun.
Magic. We can skip that section since none of you have it.
I'm a very powerful mage. What are you talking about?
Bluff. All right, so the heroic abilities, we're in that section now. The next thing we're going to roll for is a weakness, which is pretty cool. So that's going to be a d20, and everyone rolls to see what your weakness is going to be. Let's do this one at a time. Who wants to go first? Steve? Because you reacted so quickly.
I look down on everyone I meet.
Very fun.
It's because you're rich with 7 silver. That's the reason why. All right. So he's haughty. And Brian, what's your weakness?
Ooh.
Wow, you rolled a 20 on that. That's great.
Pessimist. I always think things will turn out for the worst.
That's perfect for a merchant.
I'm gonna be broke.
Plan for the worst, hope for the best. I mean, that actually that's not bad. Yeah. Willow.
Yeah, I already rolled mine, and again, it fits very well. Craving knowledge. The hunt for knowledge is more important than my friends. So, yeah.
You gotta trust the dice.
Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
trust the dice.
They know what they're doing, and I will throw you all under the bus for a piece of knowledge. So,
Well, that's fine.
yeah.
Jeremiah.
I got a 9. I am gluttonous. I take every chance I get to eat something tasty.
So you're just Robert Downey Jr.ing it constantly with like beef jerky.
Yep. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yep.
Oh man,
Gluttonous.
you're gonna straight up
Fantastic.
bring beef jerky at the next session, aren't you?
I might eat your donkey. I might eat
Oh,
the donkey.
That's what happened to the donkey's other eye.
This looks like a tasty snack.
It was tasty, but it wasn't that tasty.
3 out of 5 stars.
He's just gonna go around doing a Yelp review. He's gonna have a little notebook with 2 stars.
These berries only get 1 star.
You truly want to be a food critic.
Oh man.
There we go.
Ate a meal at the starving waif. I can see why he was starving.
Yep, Kyle's on the right page.
Yeah, or just like colorful rocks. Yeah, just eat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
marbles.
Unmatched. Yep.
I
Marbles.
Did I miss
Stay away from my marbles.
5? You guys are gonna end up with a cleric in no time.
Well, Jeremy will be on par for his character's lifespans.
That's also true. That's also true.
I lowballed Constitution just so I could maybe die ahead of Jeremy.
I got a 15. I'm decently hardy, but I'm also stupid. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah. Stupidity.
If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough. It's fine. Yeah.
That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. So Memento. That's the next thing, and we don't mean the movie. We mean just like your thing, your Memento. So everyone rolls a d20, and we're gonna start with Willow this time.
All right.
I don't.
Oh my god.
Where's that at?
I'm rolling that.
roll
I
a
got
D20.
I got a wooden figurine that I got as a child.
Oh,
Very fun.
Nice, Brian. It's on page 27. It's like the next page. If you keep going
If you
to the
just-
next thing, it's that.
Yeah, you just gotta follow along.
This is
My
ridiculous.
ADD doesn't work that way.
Steve, you need a different die for this game.
I do. I do.
20s are bad. Now, the interesting thing is actually later on when we actually start playing, rolling a dragon, which is rolling a 1 is what it's called in the game, or rolling a bane, which is a 20, is actually, even though something bad will happen at that moment, it's actually good because you get to put a check beside that skill. That means when you fail with that, you then get a chance at the end of the session to increase it. And you don't have to spend anything to increase it. You just have to roll a die. And if you roll over that skill, it goes up by 1. So, yeah. So that's cool.
It's
So
fun.
there you go. Or keep that 1 and you'll make the character better and the story. And that's fun.
Improve through failure.
All right. So Willow rolled. Who all rolled the Memento?
I want to re-roll it because I don't feel right using 2 consecutive 20s, but at the same
No,
time, I really
it's
like
fine.
beautifully carved pipe.
Yeah, it's a beautifully carved pipe.
Hell yeah. It's
It
beautiful.
works. It works. I mean, and it goes along with looking down on everybody. You know, he's
Yeah.
just like,
oh, I dig it.
Hum.
Yes. Yep.
And you did probably steal it as well, so I think it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
there we go. There we go. I can claim that I carved it. Even though I stole it.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't say a beautifully carved pipe that you carved. It just says a beautifully carved pipe. And you're like,
You can get that
probably
from
took it
anywhere.
out of someone's back pocket who didn't have a Vade sleight of hand. You know?
Oh, yep.
They really missed out on that class. at
Or
school.
evade knives.
Or a Oh man.
Stabbed them and took the pipe.
Oh, jeez. All right, Jeremy, did you roll yet for your?
I have not
Tchotchke?
rolled yet. I got a 14, an ornate key.
Ooh.
It's 3 of them on a ring.
Get the fuck out.
I'm saying that. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Brian.
Mhm. Yeah, this makes me uncomfortable. I'm frightened already.
I'm not saying it.
What is it, Brian?
I rolled a 17.
For those at home not following along in the book, a 17 is a bone whistle. Keep it PG, Brian. Keep it PG.
I will try my best.
And I don't mean an 80s PG. I mean like a now PG. Because those are totally different.
Yeah.
Like I recently watched Labyrinth with my daughter last night, and it's PG, and I was like, man. I mean, I love the movie, and she loved it too. But like,
I didn't realize that it was PG.
it's like, or like Back to the Future's PG. Back to the Future, right? Like, think about all of the things that happen in that movie. Like after the dance stuff, like it's PG, not even PG-13. Like that's.
Well, they don't
Crazy.
show anything, right?
Back to the Future is one of the reasons that the PG-13 rating exists.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
one of two.
Wasn't Temple of Doom one? Like, didn't Temple
Was
of
the
Doom
other-
have?
yeah.
Yep. See,
And
Yeah.
Spielberg kind of lobbied Motion Picture
Both of those,
Association because
yeah.
he felt that they were picking on him because Back to the Future and Temple of Doom. I'm full of useless knowledge. I can tell you what the first two PG-13 movies were too.
that was another 80s reference.
The more you know.
Just need like a card to go across.
Yep, we're
All right.
gonna change his name to Professor Steve.
Movies, man. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Maybe he should have been the scholar.
No.
Movie knowledge is not useful in this world. I mean,
isn't.
in
It
our
isn't.
world, it is. In Dragonbane, it's not, and it's also not useful in our world either. It really isn't. All right. All right. Where are we? What are we doing?
Who are we? Where are we?
We did mementos.
Okay.
Step 13.
Step
Mementos
13.
freshness.
All right. So encumbrance. I think that's all something we'll have to figure out in between as far as what encumbrance is. But you can carry a number of items equal to half your strength. And it's just like a number of items. So kind of like the way it is with Twilight 2000 too. It's like a sword. You know what I mean? It doesn't get crazy and overly specific.
Thank God it's rounded up because
Yeah. You would be able to carry all your gear.
I would have I have 4 things.
And how many things did you get from the die roll?
A lot. There may be some slight issues.
You just put it on the donkey. That's what the donkey
Yeah,
is for.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, but it does say like tiny items, like small and light items that can be hidden and closed fists. All are called tiny. Items of this size don't affect your encumbrance at all.
Brian the Bone Whistler's donkey.
All
Oh,
right.
no.
There are rules for riding animals, so you can find them in the gear listed there. Appearance is the next thing. That's the next thing we roll for. Jeremy, we're going to start with you this time. Roll a d20.
Oh, fucking perfect. I got a 12, which is a glorious hairstyle. That honestly, that's
Is it a
why I
mullet?
gave him a. Is it what?
Is it a mullet?
Mm,
Like a Mel Gibson,
Lethal
like,
Weapon mullet.
well, I was thinking Mad Max, like 3, like the third one mullet. But yeah.
see, I was thinking like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, where it's all like,
Oh,
very
that's
fancy.
Good.
Because he's got a charisma of a 13. I was like, well, he's gonna be charming, but real fucking dumb.
Absolute idiot.
It's a good thing you're not being
Just look
at him, though.
All right, Brian.
I rolled a 10, so I have prominent tattoo. which
Ooh.
means I will have a low-cut shirt with a broken chain across my chest.
Okay. All right. Steve?
You look
I
so
am heavily
disappointed.
perfumed.
Oh, nice. Heavily perfumed
This-
Heavily
the-
perfumed.
fancy pipe and haughty. Yep. Yeah. No.
You are like just living the life.
Oh man, I love this party already. This is gonna be grand.
And you said there was no magic here.
Oh no, it's a kind of magic. It's just not the kind we meant.
It's more fun this way.
Yeah. All right, Willow.
Oh,
I also got a prominent tattoo. Oh, good lord. Why do I just feel like it's lines from books or something, like important information I never want to forget? Just tattoo it straight onto the body and you never have to worry about forgetting it.
Like Memento.
So it's like the Alzheimer's version of Memento. Yeah. Perfect.
I mean, memory loss is on the list for being old, so like
Something about John G.
But it's like address.
It found return to blah blah blah.
It's just all your email passwords like tattooed over. What was my bank account? There it is. That's the password.
here's my mother's maiden name.
if you can read this, please put me back on my bar stool.
This is my best friend's first name when I was in 8th grade.
my college
And the
rival.
street I grew up on.
My favorite
sports team.
My first pet. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Okay.
Doing great
All
here.
right. Yep. No, we're good. We're good.
It's just the middle of her chest is just a large picture of LeVar Burton.
But is it like reading Rainbow LeVar Burton or like
Jordy.
from like Star Trek LeVar Burton?
It's the pointing Geordie meme.
Tattoo in
That's
the
like
Dewey Decimal System.
I know. That's Kyle. Oh man.
Oh, good
God.
lord.
Oh. All right. All right.
Compose.
Okay. All right. Oh, Kyle. No. You're fired, Kyle.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yep. All right. So life as an adventurer brings many challenges, and if you survive, you are sure to change and maybe even learn a thing or two. So yeah, that advancement mark was what I was talking about, like getting that check for like, rolling a Bane or whatever. When you've rolled a dragon or a demon, dragon or demon. Bane is what, sorry, I got my nomenclature wrong. Bane is when you have to roll 2 dice and take the worst one. Boon is when you get to roll 2 dice and take the better of the 2. Dragon would be a 1 and a demon would be a 20. So if you roll a dragon or a demon, that's when you get to put the check beside it. We're not getting into experience points yet. We'll skip this section, but
What?
it works.
I want to level up already, please.
You participated in the session. You get 1. No.
You have to be
All right.
nice to her. She's a guest.
I was. I'm saying 1 experience point at the end of the next session. This is session 0. You don't get 1 for session 0. You know how many experience points you get for session 0? I'll give you a hint.
Zero? Oh, wow. That's surprising.
Oh man. All right. Yes, and then you make that advancement roll, whatever. You can also get like, a teacher to try to teach you how to do that skill, and you can increase it that way. Magic, yada yada. We don't have to worry about that because you're all notionally magical, not literally.
Notionally magical.
Notionally
on the
magical.
inside.
On the inside, where it is useless. And it does no good to anybody.
This is
All right.
tragic.
This is me being nice.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I can
No,
see
he's
the pain
not.
in everyone else's eyes.
Yeah. Blink twice if you're not okay.
Oh, the police.
All right. So we'll move into the skills section. Yeah, I mean that's basically it for character creation for the most part. Yeah, that's really the end of character creation.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah.
Hooray us.
Didn't
So-
get sidetracked too much, right?
And you're dead. Okay.
Oh, new characters. All
Rocks
right, let's
fall,
go.
you all die, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. This time I'm going to be playing
Mallard.
a mouse.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like we didn't end up with one mallard, not one dwarf. It's
No.
just 3 humans and an elf. Like
The
that's
dwarfs are so cool.
the
Literally,
dwarves are really cool.
anytime someone deals at least 1 damage to you, you can. The next time you attack them, or not the next time, anytime that you attack them, it's with
Mhm.
a boon, and this can be at any point in time. So anytime someone attacks you, just write the name down.
Yeah, that was my
It's
yeah.
amazing.
No, I love the way that's written for the dwarf thing. Like I think I was reading that to Jeremy earlier. It's like you can activate the ability when attacking someone and harm you, blah, 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 like you were saying. But it's like it may be wise to write down the name of everyone who has harmed you,
Yeah, I want
so
to
you
hit
don't
list.
forget them. Or tattoo them on yourself.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly.
Maybe
There we go.
your character forgot she was a dwarf. I mean,
This is true. Just a very short
I didn't know I
human.
was a dwarf in real life.
It gets confusing when you get old. The memory starts to go.
I thought I was just hunched over. Apparently, I'm only 4'6".
Yeah. My therapist just calls that begrudging, but
Oh man.
It's so good.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. All right.
It's gonna be
So
a blast.
do y'all have kind of a general idea of what your character, other than Brian and his chain tattoos, looks like? Like a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Like just an image in your head of if I were to say, describe your character, hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
Not saying I'm going to. But just
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking now, just a really old dude hunched over that looks like a dwarf. Like that just feels right.
Wait,
It does.
was he in prison at some point with all the tattoos, or is it just like straight up
Yeah.
remembrance?
Yeah, that's actually where all the knowledge came from.
So it's
from
like Eastern
prison.
Promises, not.
Awesome.
It's Viggo Mortensen from. Oh man. Back to that. I did that earlier, but about the donkey. It works really well. Yeah. Circle back around. All right. So this is kind of where I want. I think because we're getting about to the end of what I was thinking for character creation. That's pretty much the rest of it. Y'all can like do your skills in between and between now and the next session when we play this. And that, like I had told the rest of you, but hadn't told everybody else. I don't have my phone. What was the date I said again for when we're going to do the next one? For the actual session 1, we were going to do it on September 21st is when we're going to do session 1. So for all you all at home, does that work, Jeremy? Is that bad?
No, just remember the 21st of September.
I will.
Okay.
When we were young in September.
oh, I had the date wrong.
So that's
Yeah, you got to remember that. All right. So this is kind of where I want to end, though. I think we should dive into like an intro a little bit. So we open on a tavern, or close on a tavern, as the case might be. But we see a tavern. It's nighttime. On the inside, there are, like sconces with like some little fire burning, kind of keeping it illuminated inside. There's not really any music playing, so it seems like a small village tavern. There's a weird stale smell in the air. The village you're in has very specific animals that have a very specific smell, and everything kind of smells like that. And you all aren't from there, so you still smell it, but nobody else there does. I'll let you decide what the animals are, but
It's so
who knows?
big.
Some kind of animal. I like letting the players decide those things.
Alpacas.
There you go.
I
Alpacas.
was thinking alpacas too. Yes. Of course, it's alpacas.
For some reason, this village has alpaca farmers, and I don't know why.
Of course.
Or not farmers,
Ranchers.
but ranchers. Ranchers. Well, no. They're raising them out of like plants. They're so they're picking alpacas off the trees. There's alpaca trees.
Okay.
Just roll with it.
Good night, everybody.
And so anyway, we look around the tavern, and we can hear glasses clinking. We can hear the light mumble of conversations about, and the four of you are sitting around a table. For some reason, the four of you have been traveling together. I'll let you all decide what your dynamic is and why you're kind of like the group that you are. But we see an old woman, not a human woman, but a halfling woman walk in. And she's kind of hunched over. And we see her go up to the bartender at the tavern and kind of have a little conversation. And the bartender points over at your table. And the woman walks over to your table and she says, "Good evening. The owner of this establishment has directed me your way. Are you for hire for not missions, I guess, but like adventures? Or would you be willing to be sell swords, I guess? I have a problem that I might need help with, and I am far too frail to assist with."
I no longer play the bone whistle for money.
I don't want to sell my sword. I only have the one, and if I sell it, then I will have no sword. So I would like to keep my sword, please.
May I speak to the smarter of the four of you?
Ma'am,
Preferably
have you tried
not the
food
dumb
here?
pretty one.
Dumb pretty one. Truly
Well,
good though. It's great.
You're
Thank you.
pretty. She taps
Thank
you on the head.
I do appreciate that. Yes, thank you. I don't recommend the mutton. It tastes like alpaca.
So my brother's he has passed away some years ago, but his eldest son has gone missing. He was obsessed with heroic tales and stories, and had wanted to go on adventures. And one of these stories that he had come across in his reading was of this dwarf named Durin, and he was this mighty warrior who'd been in many battles, and he had fought in many wars against many creatures, but eventually age got to him, as it does all of us, and he was slain in battle. His friends, his companions, were then tasked with returning his remains to his home village. This village is called Ironroot. Like root as in R-O-O-T, not R-O-U-T-E, just in case there's any confusion. I don't want there to be.
There's two types of roots.
Back to the smart ones.
There's actually quite a few. There's even more than that.
There's tubers. They're somewhat like roots.
Yeah. And then when you're in battle, I can actually root for you.
Well, that's a different route altogether, I guess.
I was thinking more of, tree roots or root vegetables.
It's closer to tree roots is where the name comes from. So they returned his remains to his village and helped build a tomb and a monument for him there. And here's where the problem comes in: is this village is not on any map because it is a closely guarded secret of its location. Also, the tomb itself is said to be magical of some sort. And it's said that if you bring a token or a piece of your history with you to this tomb, you can gain powers or strength of some sort. And from the letter that my nephew left before he left to go find this tomb, he described all of this to me. And herein is also where the problem comes in, is he took this family heirloom of ours, which is a ring called the Night Eye, with him. It was actually in my possession. He had come over for dinner around dinner time. I did not invite him. He just showed up at dinner time. He did that commonly. Would come up with some sort of ruse for why he was there. Like, hey, I'm just stopping in. Oh, look, it's dinner time. What are you having? And would then stick around for dinner. Everyone has a family member like that. And he would stay. And on one of these occasions was when he stopped by, and he must have taken the ring then. But he also felt bad about it, I guess. And he left the letter saying that he was taking it and his reasons why. Because, like I said, as legend says, this tomb, if you take a token of your history or a piece of your past there, you can exchange it for some sort of great power or strength. So, if you would, he also left what he believed the location of this village was that he had come across in his research. So I don't know if he's actually going there, if this place really exists, if it's a true story, but all I know is where he is going, or where he went, at least. If
Now,
it's true, yes.
I was going to say,
Pretty well.
ma'am, you should have started out with, you wanted us to find a ring, not sell you swords. There's two different transactions entirely. One is to find an item, and one is to purchase an item. Entirely different things.
You are quite right.
So I don't know why you're confusing things with trying to purchase my sword.
It must be my age.
It must be. You are very old and kind of ugly. I give you 2 stars.
Back to the smart ones. So the rest of you, would you be interested in this? I can pay you when you return.
You have me at a discovery of a new place, knowledge that no other people know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If these tales are true, I'm sure there are many treasures at this tomb. Those I do not care about. I just want the ring, and
hold on, let's not jump over the treasure. Lots of treasure.
I just want the map.
I just want the ring and my nephew. And if he has perished, I would like his remains, so at least we can bury him back here in our family plot. And if he is still alive, I would like to take a switch to the little bastard because he stole my fucking ring.
So now you want to us to find your ring and purchase your nephew? Is that?
We're supposed to get the ring and switch the nephew.
So you want to switch the ring for your nephew?
Yeah, it's the old bait and switch.
Oh,
I can pay you 10 silver. The ring is more than likely not worth even that much, but it is as I said, a family heirloom that has been with us for generations, and it was actually supposed to go to my nephew Neville, anyway, upon my passing, but he decided to borrow it early, as he said in his letter. I can give you this letter if you wish. As I said, it has a map drawn on it to the location.
I don't say anything. I just hold my
Ironroot.
hand out. Just like stick my hand in her face.
Okay, she hands you the letter.
Snatch it. And then I pass it to the scholar.
Thank you.
The scholar doesn't like to be handed things.
Yeah, I like finding it for myself. But... So I'm assuming opening up the letter. Though as I open the letter, I'm going to ask. So what? Just to make sure we have all the right information for if we need to put this down in any books. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Samala. SOMALLA. Little tree. LITT. There's two T's. It's deceptive. RY.
Yeah, Tim's just writing this down the entire time. All right. Thank you. All right, perfect.
Did you get that right? It was LITT.
Oh, yeah. T double T.
T
T.
RY.
Ma'am, do you have any tea? I would like some tea, please.
There are multiple T's in my name.
No, I just a nice cup of Earl Grey. Please.
I don't work here, sir. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused. I thought you don't work here. You look like you would work here. You're very dirty. Ma'am, can I have a cup of Earl Grey tea, please? No, you don't serve that here?
Have that shit here.
Lothar pulls out a book. 1 star for customer.
Get your pompous ass out of this place. And so I guess we. So I guess we
this can only
close.
turn out badly.
We can only go down from here.
Yeah. So if you want, in between sessions, if you all want to spend silver to get some extra supplies or whatever, you can do so. For those of you that actually have more than the 2 that you need to pay the devil, that's fine.
I'm tired of getting called out.
just play that whistle. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, you don't have enough silver. Hey, Brian.
He's apparently not really
You're
good
in
at the bone whistle.
timeout. Hey, Brian, give me a serious picture.
That is.
Wasn't I do good enough for you, Daddy?
Yeah, 10 silver is not a lot in it. I mean, that's just, but she doesn't have much, so.
It's a decent amount.
So seems like a good place to stop, and we can pick up the next time on the 21st, as I said. So, any questions, comments, concerns?
This was great.
That was fun. I had a blast. This was ridiculous.
This was fantastic. Session 0s are always the best. Hands down.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully
Willow,
not.
Are you still excited to be here?
For me and everyone else at Dork Day Afternoon, I apologize, Steve and Willow, Jeremy and Brian. I'm just kidding. So thank you, Steve, Willow. Thank you very much. I'll see you all on the 21st.
Yeah.
Everyone that was joined in and listening, you're all awesome. Kyle, Chris, Matt, ARPG, and Trey was on here before. Pink Fohawk was here, and
Tyre.
Yep, Tyr was here, and yep. thank you all, and
Here.
we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
And I'm not on the right thing so that I can do the thing I want to do. So somebody else talk while I get to the right place.
No, we're
Somebody
just gonna
talk.
make it long and awkward.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.